Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Top 10 Tourist Attraction in Turkey. 1. Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia Mosque. Renowned as one of the most beautiful buildings in the world. The spellbinding Byzantine glory of the Hagia Sophia Mosque, Hagia Sophia, is not only one of the top things to do in Istanbul, but also in Turkey. Built by the Byzantine Emperor Justinian in 537 CE, it is renowned as the Byzantine Empire's greatest architectural achievement and has remained the world's largest church for 1,000 years. The staggering bulk of its exterior is rimmed by the delicate minarets added after the Ottoman conquest, while the sumptuous and cavernous frescoed interior is a grand reminder of old Constantinople's might and power. This famed monument is a must-do for every tourist visiting the country. 2. Pamukkale. One of Turkey's most famous natural wonders, the pure white travertine terraces of Pamukkale, Castle, in English, cascade down the slope looking like an out-of-place snowfield amid the green landscape. Although the travertines are themselves a highlight of a Turkey trip, the vast and rambling ruins of Greco-Roman Hierapolis, an ancient spa town, lie scattered across the summit of this calcite hill. After exploring the ancient theater, with its views across the countryside, and the remnants of the city's agora, gymnasium, necropolis, and grand gates, you can swim in the mineral-rich waters which made this ancient spa town famous, in the antique pool. Afterwards, walk down the travertine hill, wading through the pools of water in the upper terraces, to the small modern village of Pamukkale below. For the best photographs, come at dusk when the travertines glow as the sun sinks below the horizon. 3. Oludeniz, impossibly turquoise blue water. Lush green forest tumbling down a cliff to a white sand beach. The sheltered inlet of Oludeniz, just a short journey from Fethiye, is Turkey's most famous beach, and with scenery that might as well have fallen off a perfect postcard, it's easy to see why its popularity hasn't waned. If the beach gets too crowded, it's time to take to the skies and experience the stunning aerial views on a tandem paragliding dive off the summit of mighty Babada, Mount Baba, which rises up behind the shore. Oh, did we mention that Oludeniz is one of the world's top paragliding destinations? 4. Aspendos Theater. Just south of the resort city of Antalya, the jaw-dropping mammoth bulk of the Roman theater of Aspendos celebrates the pomp and ceremony of Marcus Aurelius' rule. Considered the finest surviving example of a classical-age theater still standing in the world, the highly restored, 15,000-seat theater is one of antiquity's star attractions. Although the theater is the main reason for a visit here, and for most visitors on a half-day trip from nearby Antalya or Side, the theater is all they see. The Aspendos site offers plenty more ruins to explore. There are remnants of an aqueduct, agora, stadium, and a Byzantine-era basilica, all scattered over the vast hillside area here surrounding the theater. 5. Patara Beach. With such a long Mediterranean coastline, there's a beach for every type of sun worshipper in Turkey, but Patara is among its most famous swaths of sand. Trailing for 18 kilometers along the shoreline, the beach offers plenty of space, so even in the height of summer, you can still find a quiet spot far away from the crowds. Adding to the experience, just behind the sand, are the vast ruins of ancient Patara, which include a colonnaded street, restored Bouleuterian, the parliament of the city, and a theater that sat 5,000 people. Once you've had your fill of sun, sand, and swimming, wander behind the sand dunes and explore the crumbling remnants of this once prosperous Lycian city. Patara is easily reached from both Kas and Fethiye. 6. The Blue Mosque. This famous mosque, officially called the Sultanahmet Mosque, facing the Hagia Sophia Mosque across Sultanahmet Park in Istanbul, is one of Turkey's most visited monuments. Built by Sultan Ahmed I, the mosque was designed to mimic the Hagia Sophia by the architect Sedefkar Mehmet Aga, a disciple of the Ottoman era's most renowned architect, Sinan. With 6 slender minarets and a sprawling courtyard complex, everything about the Blue Mosque is on a grand scale. But it's best known for its prayer hall interior covered in tens of thousands of blue Iznik tiles, for which the mosque gained its moniker, lit by shards of light from 260 windows. Non-worshipping visitors are welcome to visit outside of prayer times. 7. Fairy chimneys. On the high plateau of central Anatolia in Turkey, magic can seem real. What else but enchantment could shape rock and stone into spindly stems that rise, mushroom-like, out of the earth? How could geology ever explain such a surreal phenomenon? Together, the landscape of spires looks like something out of a Salvador Dali fever dream. Even the nickname of these formations, fairy chimneys, evokes the supernatural. The chimneys are a result of a geologic process that began millions of years ago, when volcanic eruptions rained ash across what would eventually become Turkey. That ash hardened into tuff, a porous rock, which was covered by a layer of basalt. Finally, the long work of erosion began. As millennia passed, the softer tuff wore down, giving way to pillars that stand as tall as 130 feet. The harder basalt erodes more slowly, forming a protective, mushroom-shaped cap over each one. Just like that, a fairy chimney is born, no pixie dust required. That's not to say the chimneys aren't magical. 8. Library of Celsus. The Library of Celsus in ancient Ephesus, located in western Turkey, was a repository of over 12,000 scrolls and one of the most impressive buildings in the Roman Empire. Constructed in the 2nd century CE, it was named after the city's former Roman governor. Today, only the library's impressive facade remains of this once great building and is a silent witness to the city's stature as a great center of learning and early Christian scholarship during the Roman period. The Celsus Library stands at the corner of Kirit Street in the Marble Road at the very heart of the city, just to the left of the Agora, near its monumental arched entrance. The library is a typical example of the architectural style prevalent in the period under Emperor Hadrian, 76 to 138 CE, when, especially in the east, highly decorative facades were in vogue which had multiple tiers and masses of projections, recessed false windows, columns, pediments, and statues. Resting on a 9-stepped podium 21 meters, 69 feet, in length, the impressive surviving facade of the library is richly decorated with relief carvings and has 2 stories, each with 3 pairs of columns capped with Corinthian capitals which support projecting architraves. 9. Mount Nemrut. The mausoleum of Antiochus I, 69 to 34 BC, who reigned over Commagene, a kingdom founded north of Syria in the Euphrates after the breakup of Alexander's empire, is one of the most ambitious constructions of the Hellenistic period. The syncretism of its pantheon, and the lineage of its kings, which can be traced back through 2 sets of legends, Greek and Persian, is evidence of the dual origin of this kingdom's culture. Crowning one of the highest peaks of the eastern Taurus mountain range in southeast Turkey, Nemrut Dag is the hierothecian, temple tomb and house of the gods, built by the late Hellenistic king Antiochus I of Commagene, 69 to 34 BC, as a monument to himself. With a diameter of 145 meters, the 50 meters high funerary mound of stone chips is surrounded on 3 sides by terraces to the east, west and north directions. 2 separate antique processional routes radiate from the east and west terraces. 5 giant seated limestone statues, identified by their inscriptions as deities, face outwards from the tumulus on the upper level of the east and west terraces. These are flanked by a pair of guardian animal statues, a lion and eagle, at each end. The heads of the statues have fallen off to the lower level, which accommodates 2 rows of sandstone stelae, mounted on pedestals with an altar in front of each stele. 10. The Bodrum Castle. Castle of St. Peter is located on a small rocky peninsula set between 2 sheltered bays in Bodrum, on the southwest coast of Anatolia. This peninsula, inhabited and known in the ancient world as Zephyrian, and was probably used as a rear base by the Byzantines in the early Middle Ages and then by the Turks. The castle was built by the Order of St. John of Jerusalem, also called Knights of St. John, Knights Hospitallers, Knights of Rhodes, under the mastership of the Grand Master Philibert de Nailac, at the beginning of 15th century AD. And ruled by them almost 120 years until the conquest of Rhodes by Suleiman I, Suleiman the Magnificent, in 1522. In Ottoman period, the Bodrum Castle is used as a small garrison base, and in 1895 it was transformed into a prison. During the First World War, the castle was bombed on the 26th of May 1915 by a French battleship. This caused great damage to the castle. The prisoners were moved inland and the castle was evacuated. Then the Italians invaded Bodrum and they posted their soldiers at the castle and used it as their headquarters. Between the years 1939 to 1945, during the Second World War, the castle was yet again used as a military base but was evacuated at the end of the war. Today, the Bodrum Castle is home to the Museum of Underwater Archaeology, which is unique in Turkey, and one of the most significant underwater archaeology museums in the world. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.